hospital requesting county commissioners be the liaison on their trustee board.
I think we discussed that. Phil agreed to take that position. You in favor of that, hospital board?
I'm not sure if I'll do it.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll do it.
Someone make a motion?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that from you?
yeah,
Okay.
a second, need a second.
Okay.
Second, but,
I missed.
okay, all in favor, say aye. Motion
I really
carried.
don't like going being inside a hospital. That's where sick people go, you know.
Five,
So, yeah, that is the one, Brenda Baird, the unit director up there for Upriver Ambulance. She is now a certified instructor. She wants to start holding some classes up there to get some more EMTs trained. And she gave us the tentative price list, the supplies she would need in the price list. And we did check around to see if, I don't know if she called Plumber Gateway, but we did talk to St. Mary's Ambulance. They do not let those supplies out of their building for free. They rent them. So they, because we talked about asking if any agency would loan them to us. They do not do that.
They rent them.
so do we buy our own then?
Did she check with Plumber Gateway? They
I'm not
probably had
sure.
some duplication because they took all the stuff that they had down there at Tennessee. There should be some duplication there.
I don't know that there is, but I didn't ask her about Plumber Gateway.
Okay, go ahead and ask her.
Okay.
Yeah, why don't you check that out before?
I already had her ordered and I don't need the money for it, so.
For the what?
I already had her ordered the stuff because she's having a meeting the 16th
Okay,
and I donated the money for it.
okay,
Great.
sounds good.
Oh, wow, thank you.
Yeah, that takes care of that.
Yeah. Billing, how are we doing on billing?
She's getting the bills out and we've already received some payments in.
Really?
I don't have an accounting on yet, but yes. And she said, she came over on Friday and said she just sent out another batch of bills.
Did she have a report for us or anything?
Not yet.
Okay. Remind her that's part of her job to have a report
Yep.
too.
Number 6,
Oh, so this was, Fernwood Water and Sewer, they sent the paperwork to the state for the annexation into their district. And the state has tentatively approved and recognized the map and legal description. However, this approval is limited to the acknowledgement that the map and legal description meet the requirements of Idaho code. So they're still reviewing it, but on the surface, the state has accepted that annexation request.
okay,
Commissioner?
Actually, this is the only letter that the water and sewer district will receive from the state. It's their one blanket letter that says the map meets, everything meets the legal requirements for the state tax commission to put this on the map. If you, water and sewer district, find any other changes, it's up to the taxing district to make those changes or corrections. So this is pretty much the end of it as far as the county is concerned.
okay. Seven,
That is the Jeanette Walker, who lives on 2nd Street, wants to purchase a county-owned parcel that's kind of down behind her house. I call it in a little ravine. Donna was calling it, it's down a ditch. Donna has it assessed at 25% of market value. It has no access, it's not buildable, and the only only value it would have is to adjoining property owners, which she is. It adjoins her property. So Donna has it tentatively valued at $8,700, which again is 25% of market value. Jeanette Walker has made an offer of $3,800. Again, it has no access unless you're an adjoining landowner.
And it's on Second Street
Yeah, right, at the bottom,
by 2 Young.
there's like the church there, and then Jeanette Walker's house, and then I think it's back behind her house.
I need to look.
What was
Sorry,
the valuation again?
$8,700, and she offered $3,800.
We will look. Yeah, we will look.
We need a motion to take that under advisement.
Yeah.
I move we take it under advisement.
Second.
Further investigate.
Discussion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Solid waste contract, operations discussion.
I have nothing new to add from the last meeting.
Commissioners, with your permission, we have obtained several different examples of solid waste contracts from various counties. I know that Commissioner Lampert is reviewing those, and I've had the opportunity to meet with Commissioner Lampert and together with Mariah. I would ask if Commissioner, if you're willing to take the time to sit down and have kind of a work session with the auditor and me, to review the different types of solid waste plans or contracts that are ongoing in other counties, and then to look at our overall costs and revenues. So I would just like to have it tabled until we can have basically a work session, so that we can get some questions answered, and I can answer some of your questions about the contracts. And we need the auditor because she has the revenues and the expenditures on that whole system.
That sounds like a good plan. Sometime next few weeks do that. And do you want more than one commissioner there, or just one at a time, or how do you want to work that?
I think it's best if we just start with you, because you're the one who has been reading the contracts. I think the next step clearly would be a workshop
Okay.
with,
Yeah.
which would be noticed as a special meeting workshop with the commissioners all present. But I would not be competent to try to explain to you what a good solid waste contract is like right now, from the legal perspective. And I don't have the financial information from the auditor, and you've asked lots of very good questions that I can't answer, and I prefer to
Well,
just.
the ones you sent there, one was different. They had some similarities, but they were, we could look those over and pick. Not only the contract with J&E, but also just how we run a whole solid waste operation, and that would be,
Yeah, come in, sit down.
that'd be appropriate time for a good workshop with everybody.
Right. Well, I'm available throughout the whole month of January, so I think Dee Dee and you and I can pick a time and meet up here where Dee Dee has her files. And
Sure.
so anytime in the next couple of weeks, whatever works for all of us. So I would just ask that you take it under advisement for now, and then we'll get a report
Okay.
put back together.
Okay.
Work for you, Jack?
Yep.
I make that motion.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Deed is county extension agent downstairs yet. What time she come?
I can call, but I doubt she's there this early.
Right. Yeah.
working on a report to hand to you guys, and she said she'd give you up in a few minutes.
Okay,
That's good.
okay.
I guess you got this one signed, didn't you, Bud?
I think, Phil,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're good. Here you go, Dee. So, look at the pins here.
Is the treasurer or the assessor working in?
I can call.
Morning.
You're faster than I thought you
Yeah,
would.
sorry. I was getting ready for you. I have one more piece of paper I'll add to your folders after I get finished typing up for you.
Thank you.
So that is just a little bit about, that's from the university on what's going on in extension today. So I had a report to add to it that's what's going on in our county, but I'll get that to you. I can verbalize it
That's
for you.
all we were concerned about.
Yeah, I know, that's the important part. It was gonna be ready by 9. So I can tell you that last year our 4-H enrollment was up 5%. Our leaders were up 75%. We added almost, I think, 11 leaders last year, so that was good. I have 5 more going through the process right now. And we haven't lost any, so that's a good thing. They're coming and staying. We had a good fair. We had a summer intern last year from the university. And between that and the part-time position that you guys fund, I was able to do 9 day camps that were 1 to 3 day long day camps for kids last summer. And we also teamed up with the Farm Bureau in Benewah and Kootenai County to do the farm to table fair up there with the summer help. And we taught 3 classes, and it's reached over 300 kids in just that one day. So that was a big, a big push. And then, we got the grant for the after-school program last summer. That's going really well. They've been operating since November 26th. Yeah, the 26th they started. They have 50 kids enrolled, and they're operating 4 days a week. Right now they're doing robotics, survival, cooking, basketball, chess, and homework time. Let's see what else is going on. Master gardeners, I was calculating total hours just now. But I'm already up to over 900 hours that the Master Gardeners volunteered for the program last year. We've had 42 Master Gardeners last year. I have 20 who signed up for, or asking for classes this year. Our classes will start February 28th. So we could have potentially up to 60 Master Gardeners after this class session, which will be a lot of people. And then, what else is going on down there? I still do hay inspections for producers that want that done. For the noxious weed-free hay, I did 6 of those last year. I had a baby last year, so it was a really busy, it was a really busy year, but we got it done. And hopefully we'll keep that same production this year, minus a baby. So do you guys have any questions for me about what's going on, or where to do next, or anything you want to
I
done?
need to correct you on one thing.
Uh-oh.
You didn't have a good fair, you had a great fair.
It was a very good fair, very great. The
The sale went really well.
sale was excellent.
participants there, as in most time, I think everybody seemed to be on their best behavior and everything, which is good.
We had a huge increase in inside 4-H projects this year, not livestock projects. 21 kids complete cake decorating between Clover Buds and competitive kids. We had 3 do engineering. I'm sending 3 to KYG this year. I'm sending 9 to ambassador training this year. I have 7 kids that come and meet with me for team leaders. So for National 4-H Week, they hid rocks around town. They went in 4-H rocks that people could find and bring to the office and collect a little prize. They went to the radio station and had an interview. They did an interview at the newspaper for National 4-H Week and enrollment. So it was a busy year, and they were good. We had a good group of kids and leaders. So, but this year, this spring, I'm going to try to if not this spring, definitely this fall. Try to offer living on the land classes for the people that are moving here that have 2 to 4 acres and want some goats and a cow or something like that, and how to use that property to the best of their ability. So I'm hoping to get all those instructors lined up to do that this spring. Can't think of anything else right off the top of my head. It's all in my paper, so I'll make sure I get that up to you guys.
Do you have an active 4-H horse program this year?
We do. We have 15 kids already enrolled in horse 4-H, and they've been meeting for 3 months. So, and they will be down at the fairgrounds starting in May. We'll start riding, because hopefully the arena will be not a lake by then, so they can get down in there. They are doing, we have 7 clinics set up for them, and the public can come and ride with us at those clinics too. We reserve the open spots for our kids, and then when they don't fill them, then we open the rest up to the public to come ride with us. We've done that for 2 or 3 years now. It's been a good success. And sometimes some of the kids from Kootenai County or the Tribal Extension Program over at Palmer come and ride at those too, and they come to our livestock clinics that we do. We'll do livestock clinics again this summer too. So, the only thing that we're still having issue with, and if we get all these master gardeners, it will be an even bigger issue, is the space in the office. We talked last time about moving the after-school program up to the Ludi building. The issue with that is then I have to buy all new computers, another copier, all kinds of office infrastructure for them out there, and I didn't write all that into the grant. So I don't think the logistics of that would have to be worked out a lot more. And then if I have all these master gardeners, I did the hours they're required to work in the office to complete their certification, and that would put 4 of them in there twice a week for 4 to 6 hours a day in order to get all of them through the amount of time we have for them to do it. And the space we have set up for them right now, it's crowded when there's 2 of them. We went with 3 the last 2 years, and we're all tripping over each other. And then if I applied for a summer intern again to do more camps again this summer, plus we have our summer hire. So it's full down there right now with just the 1 part-time person and the after-school program in there, let alone having everybody else there. So I don't know, I've looked at different ways to rearrange the office, I've looked at different computer connections. When IT was here, they said it'd be hard to add more computers to our system down there because we'd overload the router and the servers, and everybody would be really slow or crashing. So they were gonna work on some ideas of ways to do it, but they didn't have anything off the top of their head. So I don't know the solution, but I'd sure like to figure one out and work with you guys to do that, so.
So if you move to the Ludi building, could you figure out what it would cost you for the upgrades?
I didn't take them up there. I talked to them about the Ludi building, about moving after school up there, and I don't know, they said they'd have to see if there's a server up there or what the situation is up there, but they could work with us to do that. Because Dee
Why
and
don't
I,
you find that out?
okay,
Find
because
out
Dee
what-
and I had even talked about moving them over to the planning office, but we're in the same pickle there because we're on the same server, so we'd still be overloading the system. So you want me to find out what it would be to move everything, or just the after-school guys up there?
Well, probably everything,
Okay.
really, in the long run.
All right, I'll see when the next time the boys are headed to Coeur d'Alene and have them swing in here and go up there with me and check that out.
I don't know, on the second floor of the federal building, I don't, you know, we got that one side. We're thinking that they're gonna be using more of that, but, you know, they did at one time, but we'll see what that is, and then we'll look at that over there too.
Okay, so the second floor of the federal building or the Louis
I
building?
don't think that we got anything on the main floor, have we? I mean, they're full now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be any bigger than what she's got
Yeah,
now, we just have that one
right.
little office space. And we really kind of utilize it hit and miss too, for Toys for Tots, for election workshops and
the
stuff.
problem with the second floor up there, you have a security problem there with the Forest Service.
Yeah,
So,
What's
but
the,
fine,
okay, oh, do you know that though?
yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'll get a hold of Travis from U of I today and see when they're coming up. We
Yeah.
can work on
okay,
one of those solutions, or if they come up with another solution for where we're at besides outgrowing the space we're in, so. I do have our, part-time staff is scanning in files so that we have digital files, we can get rid of some filing cabinets to help a little bit down there, but that's not gonna be a long-term fix, I don't think, so. We still have 2 positions out in Fernwood to hire, so if anybody's looking for a job, we do still have 2 positions out there for the after-school.
so we couldn't use the room that we use for meetings downstairs, how, is that, do they use that for a lunchroom quite a bit?
And mediation, it seems like, is in
Yeah,
there.
I think when there's court 2 upstairs, yeah, we use that too. Again, not constant.
No,
And there's no internet in there right now either, we have to
There's-
still
yeah,
in the
there's not.
same pickle we're in with that. So,
hey,
alright, anything you guys want me to work on, keep doing, not doing? Besides working on that?
Well, that's a pretty big order right there, isn't it?
Yeah, but.
we're not getting any complaints, and that's good.
Okay, I'm glad for that. Thank you, let's keep that up. So, I certainly hope they don't come to you. So, okay, well, thank you. I'm sorry I didn't have your whole report. I'll get it for you.
So one of the things you were talking about that you guys did earlier, when people would find like the rocks around town
Yes.
or whatever, was that like a geocaching project too,
We
or
didn't-
not really?
We didn't geocache it, we talked about that, but we
Okay.
ran out of time because that's the same week my baby came.
Okay.
He was 2.5 weeks early, so it kind of threw the whole program into a spin. I had my hospital room set up as a office, I had a portable printer, my laptop and everything, because our awards night was on Sunday, it was born on Tuesday, so I had to get everything ready for Sunday, so we didn't get the geocaching done.
I've just been
but-
reading about that online, and I think some communities
Yes.
have really
They really
embraced
do,
that,
yeah. Gooding has a huge Facebook following for their
Yeah.
geocaching for their rocks. So yeah, it's something the kids talked about wanting to keep doing, because not all of our rocks got found. We still have rocks around town, so if somebody finds them, come in off to get a prize, so.
Okay.
Lots of fun.
Is that just for kids or can?
No, we gave adults prizes too. So, and one little kid was determined, I think they brought in 5 or 6 of the rocks, so, yeah. So they got quite a few prizes, but that's okay.
Good.
Alright, well, thank you guys.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate,
Well, if
Give
we
me a
think of
call.
anything else, we know where your office is.
yes, come down and find me. I'm there now. Thanks, guys, have a good day.
See you, Dale.
You wanna see about the assessor or treasurer?
Yes, and. Phil, it looks like you didn't need that.
Oh, this one, huh? Oh, it's storage, you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll wait till we get, see, we're way ahead of schedule.
Thank you.
We might have to
It's Dee Dee. Are you ready to come over? Did you have anything for them? Okay, so if you're ready for that, yeah, we're ready for you. He's here as well. Yep. All right, thanks. Dawn was here, so give her a couple minutes, she can be over.
Good.
Okay, so I got a few things. I've got a couple cancellations. When we did our conversion to the new program, we discovered we put a wrong date in a homeowner's record, so it carried over on their assessment, but when it went to the tax side, she didn't get the credit. And then we have a float home that came in from Kootenai County that they prepaid taxes in Kootenai County last year, and we also put it on the rolls, so they got double taxed, so we gotta take it off. And then I just wanted to give you kind of what I wrote, it's pretty long, but I want to hit some of the highlights on it. We've seen a lot of growth this last year, and it's really hit us in the assessor's office hard. We're doubling the amount of transactions happening on a regular basis. Properties turning over considerably. The amount of new parcels created by splits is more than doubled, so we're seeing a lot of that happening. We had 161 new parcels created last year from splits. And that's no official subdivisions. We had 45 new residential house permits last year, and we usually run in the 20s. Last year we had 32, which was
Are they building on
astounding.
them?
Yeah. The average house is still right around $210,000, but we've seen some pretty big houses, which is unusual for us here in our county. We had a $1.5 million house added last year. We had
Where's that one at?
County Line Road. There was another one over
So,
that was just under $1 million. We've had some $400,000, $500,000 houses. So just, you know, things have kind of are changing. Our demographics are changing. We're seeing more people come in, a lot of retirees. We're still struggling with keeping values, maintaining values. People are still paying more for houses than we have them assessed at, but it's not outrageous like last year. Land, however, we're out of compliance in the initial, which I figured we would be because of riverfront. It's selling for double what we have it assessed at. And it was interesting on the bare land, and particularly the riverfront stuff, I thought maybe people coming in. And so I checked out addresses, and I think it was like 10% were out of state. It was all Spokane and Kootenai County area people. Because up there in Kootenai, you can't get on the water for under $1 million. So they're coming down here and paying double what we've got, our people have been paying, you know, and it's gonna definitely affect values there.
What that does to our people though.
It prices them out of riverfront, and it's gonna
Prices
tax
them out of
people out. It's a big deal, and So I've got a lot of numbers in here and a lot of stuff.
In the state of Washington, you can't drill a well out of town either, so people,
Oh, really? So that's bringing,
you can drill a well, but it's gonna cost you a tremendous amount of money to do it through.
yeah, we're getting a lot of, people from Washington, a lot of Seattle area people, a lot of, but even western, or eastern Washington, a lot of Kootenai County coming down here. A lot of our recreational property, we're seeing those 5-10 acre pieces down in the southern part of our county, and out Alder Creek area, people buying them for recreational hunting lots, putting up a cabin, and they're paying a lot more for those too, and they're Kootenai County, Latah County, Nez Perce, Lewiston, Clarkston, so, but regional coming in here, buying,
But then you had IDL do it.
we did, we lost 12,555 acres, that's in here.
No, 13,000 and some.
Well, they may do more deeds then, cause what we've
Yeah.
processed so
The
far,
information I saw was 13,500 and some. Plus you
okay.
gotta remember the 1,400 they got 2 years ago from over there, and that all came off the
So
tax.
that was huge, it was, we lost $5.36 million in value that'll be spread out amongst,
How much
Rest of the tax
timber
payers,
ground is that?
it was all timbered,
All timber?
12,500. And what was weird was they also filed a agreement which provided, I think it was on the Jackson Timberland stuff, then the ability to log it for 5 years. So I mean, the state didn't even, they got the property, but for 5 years, the timber company can still go in and log it. I thought it was kind of interesting, an interesting thing. We started our new program last week.
That works really good for the timber company, they don't pay tax on it, yet they can get the revenue on it.
Yeah,
Go figure on that one.
yeah. And it all went to the land board. Didn't go to like IDL or one of the other agencies, that all went to the state land board. So,
And they knew we were opposed to that too.
oh yeah, and it was scattered all over. That was weird too, but yeah,
I think I read somewhere that the five northern counties took a 25,000 acre hit, but 12 to 13 of that was in Benewah County alone.
yeah, most of it was here. Shoshone, they had, what did he tell me, just over 6,000. Boundary County had a chunk. Didn't hear from Latah or Kootenai, but I know Latah had some. I'm not sure about Kootenai.
Did
And
you hear anything from
Water.
Clearwater County?
no, but I don't think they had any. I think she told Jerry that they didn't have any stuff down there. Those Jackson Timberland or
Okay.
the Mulvis group. So, if I remember right, because I talked with Jerry quite a bit, and he was contacting everybody in the northern counties.
I think they've also added it to the IAC District 1 agenda.
They
That's-
did.
Yeah.
Jerry had asked for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you guys go to that one, they'll be talking about it there too.
Valuation came out pretty close at the end of the year like we thought. There's a little thing at the end about kind of the, who pays what, percentage of the taxes that the state commission did, which I just thought was interesting information. Probably gonna be looking at another person here in the not too distant future, mostly for auto license. We're growing in our office and we're feeling a crunch and having a tough time keeping up. But I don't know if that's gonna be sustained, I don't know how long we're gonna see that.
You'll see as long as they don't solve their problem in Kootenai County.
Well, that's true, but I don't have any place to put anybody. I mean, we had to move records into the vault, I don't know. it's a struggle there. What I'd like to do though is, we've got Beverly half-time over at auto license just for them to keep up, because we're getting, again, Kootenai County push, but we're getting people from out of county coming down. They can drive down, do their business, and drive back quicker
Save
than they
2
can
hours.
sit in line, and it's like, oh my gosh. So that's really pushing us, and we've got dealerships that are bringing down title work, and, yeah, we've got several of those, so, from Kootenai. So anyways, that would at least give me her back in my office full-time if I got somebody else over there.
Do the fees that you charge,
Cover it? No. Because we don't get enough per transaction. I think on a title we get $2.50 or something. You know, I mean, it's ridiculous. Anything from Parks and Rec, it's $1.50, and on, if we do the VIN inspection, we get $5 for that. That's, good. The registrations, it's 4 something.
yeah.
I mean, it's, we don't make enough, it does not pay for itself now, and it definitely isn't gonna pay for another person. So, I just wanna throw that out there. Right now, we're keeping up, but we've got that 5-year plan we've gotta keep. This year, we did a lot of drive-bys, appraisals, we pull up in the driveway, take some pictures, and if nothing looks like it changed, we moved on. We didn't stop and talk to every homeowner like we should. But it's the only way we could get it done with all the new stuff and keep going. I went out and did appraisal work this year to so we could make it, and probably have to this next year. But yeah, it's just, we're getting stretched. So anyways, wanted to just share all that. If you have any questions after you go through it, give me a holler. But yeah, astounding growth. It was interesting to put some numbers to it. I knew we were feeling it, the crunch, but then when you sit and go, count the number of transactions and 55% increases, I know we're having troubles keeping up. So, anyways, that's it. That's all I got.
Thank you.
Thanks. Get your copies of these and get your copy of that.
Hi, it's Stevie. Do you have anything for the commissioners? Okay, I think they're ready for you whenever you have a minute. All right, thanks, bye. She's just firing up her computer, and then she has some stuff to print off.
Those elevators don't run cheap, do they?
No, and we had our 5-year testing, and the federal building one, I mean, it's working fine, but it was missing some braille coding, the right locks on the mechanical door. Yeah, we had to do several callbacks to get that federal building one to pass inspection.
When you talk to them, maybe we ought to, I wonder if they could look at the hospital there where we talked about that.
Oh,
Just, if they're here, over here, have them look at what a small
Okay.
would take,
I'll ask him next time he's here.
yeah. I will go look.
Okay.
This was a mobile home that went to salvage, no value, and I missed the $36 transfer station bond. So we need to cancel that
Oh.
off.
Very good.
And then Donna has a couple of tax cancellations, but it was parcels that shouldn't have been taxed, because Whitney County signs.
She was just
She
here.
was
Okay, perfect.
I try not to get you.
We kind of debated on his bringing it over her or me, and I'm like, if it wasn't supposed to be taxed, I'd let her. Don't we put a copy on the desk? Or you won't take one?
It doesn't matter. If you don't mind, I'll just leave it in there.
Yeah, because I have some other stuff for you.
Thank you.
So list.
So, I have been told I am not allowed to set up my tripod anymore. And so I have no way of plugging in my video camera. I'm gonna run out of my way. I'm calling the lawyer when I get home. Who told you that? The lawyer. Because there's not enough room in the public salon for names, so we don't have room. And we just set up as our work. Like from now on, you think? So, we have an office recording, so I'm gonna send it to my lawyer. But I don't have to do that, I'm almost there. Is this the old one still? This is, I don't know. So, does anybody have a smartphone that they can record the public comments, Yeah, we need to do that. I think if we take turns, maybe.
I know my bag goes really fast.
Yours does.